Yeah. Okay, hello and welcome back. Here is good to know that you're part of this and you have been following. That's for those who have been following from part one. Okay, where if you are just joining, there's no problem. You could always subscribe to our channel and you can go back and learn all the amazing things that we have been sharing and also learn the amazing things that we are still going to be sharing here on our YouTube channel. My name is El and I'm alright. Today I want to talk about something very interesting, and that is how to choose friends for your marriage. How to choose friends for your marriage. We do understand that the company you keep determines to a long way how far you would go and how well you would thrive, right? And there's a popular saying that says birds of a feather flock together, which automatically means that it is proper and it is important for you to have a community. Humans, we are designed as social beings. We are not supposed to we've not been designed to thrive solo. We have not been designed to be able to enjoy life doing things our own way without having to be in community with other people. And so for your marriage, it is important that your marriage has friends, mentors, role models, and people who are just there inspiring you, supporting you, and also making you try to become better. So if you're married right now, you necessarily need to have friends for your marriage. Your marriage will actually need to have the people we generally refer to as family friends, right? We just call them family friends, friends who are uh, for the marriage generally, not necessarily my husband's friend or my wife's friend or my son's friend, but someone who is our friend, our family friend, right? And so in choosing a particular friend and in making somebody a friend for your marriage, making somebody a friend for your family, it is important to take many things into consideration. I cannot forget the teachings of Apostle Paul when he was saying that he was telling the Corinthians, he says, see, when I was telling you not to eat, not to drink, not to wine and dine, and not to talk to, not to sit or relate with people who are ungodly, people who backbite, people who are involved in immorality, people who worship idols, people who do all the negative and the bad things. Apostle Paul was saying, when I was telling you not to relate to those type of people, I was not telling you talking about unbelievers, right? Because if it's about unbelievers, you would have to leave this world. I was literally talking about Christians, people who call themselves Christians, people who say they are born again, but they choose not to live according to biblical and scriptural principles. And we have many of such people around us. We have many of such people in our places of worship, in our work environment, and in our local community. There are people who claim to be this, but we know that their lifestyles are different. We know that their lifestyles is not consistent with their confession. And now we understand that evil communication corrupts good manners. We understand that according to Proverbs chapter 1, we are not supposed to have relationship with some certain kind of people who are ungodly. People, we should not sit with them, we should not stand in their midst, we should not do things with them, right? And so for your marriage, it is important that you select the right kind of people. I usually tell my friends something simple, that if I should decide to go into adultery, for example, I do not know any of my friends that will support me. If I should decide to treat my wife in a certain ungodly way, or if I decide to be harsh and rude on her, I do not know any family member or any friend that will support me, or any family member or friend that I will say, okay, this person has this lifestyle, I could decide to try it out, I could decide to use it too. So it is important, very important, the community that you have around your marriage, around your relationship. On how to choose friends for your marriage today, I just have some things that I want to share. And it is not, they are not all. There are some things you have to learn, there are some things you have to pick on the way. Of course, if you already know how to choose great friends, if you already know how to make great friends while you're a teenager, while you're a child, you're a teenager, you're a single person, it will not be so difficult for you right now to choose people for your marriage. However, no wisdom is too much, right? So we just need we need more information, we need to hear the information we have before again, so that they become fresh in our memory and all of that. So in choosing somebody for your marriage, choosing somebody to be the friend, to be a friend to your marriage, to be a friend to your family, you want to consider what is this person's values when it comes to marriage generally. See, I say this a lot, and I say this again and again, that people behave, people react, people respond, people live life based on the things that they value. In fact, Jesus Christ and Apostle Paul, the two, Jesus Christ, the Apostle, I say Apostle Paul, Jesus Christ, the wisest man in the New Testament, and Solomon, the wisest man in the Old Testament, who says that where your treasure is, delights your heart, right? Out of the abundance of the man's heart flows out the issues of his life. And this is the value system of any person is a basis. Everything people do rises and falls on their values, right? People make choices based on the things they value. So it is important that when you're choosing a friend, you have to first of all ask them, first of all inquire, and first of all pay attention to what is this person's value about marriage. Does this person think that work is more important than marriage, money is more important than marriage, your personal life and your personal self is more important than your marriage and your family? Does this person think that the children are more important than your spouse? What are this person's value system when it comes to marriage? What does this person think when it comes to treating a husband or treating a wife, related with a husband, related to the wife, related with in-laws, right? You must not fail to take these things into consideration. If the person does not have shared values with you, if the person actually have values that are antagonistic to your values, like they are opposites to your values, they are polar apart, right? You should not bring this person into the inner cycle of your marriage. You should not bring this person into the inner cycle of your family. The reason is because this person is going to sow seeds, right? Seeds based on the person's value, and the person is going to think that he or she is doing you well, he's doing you a favor, he's doing you good, he's trying to make your life and to make your marriage better. And it's not your fault, it is based on their own wiring, which is their own value system. So you have to be mindful about that. You have to be careful about that. And another thing that will give you clue again about people is their conversation on marriage. Like, how do they, what are their conversation? What is their communication like? When we see the news, when there's these headlines about things in marriage, when there are topics on social media, trending on social media regarding marriage, what is this person's conversation on such a topic like? What is this person's opinion like? What kind of opinion does this person give? You must pay attention to those opinions. Those are who the person, that's who the person is, because out of the abundance of a person's heart flows out the words and the things that the person say. But some people say it's not me, it's just banter, it's just social media comment. They are more or less like the Pharisees, like, okay, it's not by what I say, actually look at my life and the rest. See, if what a person says is not consistent with how the person acts and how the person behaves, it means that such a person is double-minded, such a person is hypocritical, such a person is unstable, and such a person is not somebody you should rely on. The person is unreliable. So if a person is telling you right now, hey, it's just a social media comment, hey, it's just, I just said it's just to get some attention and all of that, such a person is a person you should avoid. Please avoid such people. There are people who are going to say one thing today and tomorrow they are going to act differently or tell you that, oh no, nah, I did not expect you to take that serious. Don't tell me that you really took that serious and all of that. So you pay attention to their conversation and hear what is it that they're talking about. And don't move to number 3, which is what do they think about the opposite sex? This is very important, right? We are battling issues of masculinity, femininity, and we want to be sure that people are not foiling the negative aspect of these two amazing and beautiful concepts that we're talking about, right? So if what you should do in that situation is that people are talking right now, somebody is talking right now, and you're paying attention. What does it think about the opposite sex? Does it sexualize people? Does it think that people are to be used, members of the opposite sex are to be used? What are the value system of this person as regarding the opposite sex? What is this person's opinion about who a wife should be, who a husband should be, who a child should be, and all of that. And the moment you keep on paying attention to this, you'll be able to know whether this person actually matches the dreams that you have for your marriage, the dreams that you have for your family, and to know that, oh, will this person be making me achieve that dream? Will this person making my marriage better? Is this person trying to make me selfish? Is this person trying to make me like one of those people, you know, when they are making reference to African men, African women, African parents, Christian brothers, Christian sisters? Is this person trying to make me like one of those people that society don't seem to like, and society is trying to change from? Okay, we'll go to the last one. The last one is, what is their religious background, right? We may think that religion is not a big deal, but in the midst, if you're Nigerian, for example, you realize that most people make their choices based on their religion and their tribe, their religion and their ethnic affiliation. So it's not something that you should just take for granted, right? I'm not saying that you should not make friends with people who are not of the same religion with you. Of course, you should make friends with people who are not of the same religion with you. How then do you influence them? How then do you influence them to become better or to join you? What I'm saying right now is, when I'm talking about religious background, you know, scripture says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Sometimes, many times, we have come to realize that these unbelievers do not necessarily mean people who are not of the same religion or of the same faith with you. It could also include, people who claim to be of the same faith with you, but are of different value system, or have different opinion, they have different orientation, and they don't want to get better, they don't want to change, and they are not even seeing anything wrong with what they are having, right? These people are cancerous, they are a flu, they are a virus. If they come close to your marriage, they may just get you or your spouse or the marriage infected, and before you know, your marriage is going down the drain. Your marriage is just going. So you pay attention to people's religious background, right? And what is their religious orientation, what is their belief system, and the rest. And you'll be able to determine that, okay, can I blend with this person? Is this somebody, is this a person that I can blend with for my marriage? And these are just the 4 things that I want to talk about regarding how to choose friends for your marriage. Remember, the first thing we talked about was, what are their values and what is their conversation like? What do they think about the opposite sex, and what is their religious orientation, the family background, and the rest. People can get better. People can get better and choose to be better, despite the background from which they were raised and the rest. However, I tell people that when it comes to relationship, usually I feel it is safer, most especially, okay, this is most especially when you want to choose somebody to marry. I feel it is safer to go with the John the Baptist gospel, which says, go therefore and first of all show forth fruit of repentance before coming back to receive the baptism of John, right? That is my own opinion. That's my personal opinion regarding matters like that. So I like, yes, it is good for you to make friends with all sorts of people, or manner of people, because in so doing, you'll be able to use your life to influence them. But bringing people into your inner circle, bringing people to become very close to you, and you say, this person is one of my good friends, my amazing friend, my very close friend, then that person must share the same values with you, have conversations on things, and share opinions, and give a counsel on how you want to actually make your marriage be. My name is El, and I'm alright. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to subscribe, share this video with your friends so that they get to enjoy the same things that you're enjoying, right? Hit the notification bell so you also know the next time we're posting a video. And do not forget that for any time you drop a comment or a question in the description section, in the comment section, I'll be the one that will respond to it. And if you also send a WhatsApp message, I'll be the one that will respond to you directly. Thank you so much for watching this. You rock.